In Marcus Aurelius' first book, in Meditations, he dedicates certain passages to people that helped him improve himself. And in passage 16, he comments on traits that he admires from his adopted father. One of the portions says this: "The way he handled the material comforts that fortune had supplied him in such abundance, without arrogance and without apology. If they were there, he took advantage of them. If not, he didn't miss them." Before I bring up Stoicism versus Materialism's argument, I want to bring up the fact that, in accordance to Stoic philosophy, life is meant to be balanced. Inherently, no one thing is either good or evil. We are the ones that make that decision. So while you can argue that materialism isn't evil, you're right. However, that's not what Stoicism discusses. All the Stoics discuss the results from thinking that materialism isn't evil. Seneca especially argues that those with the materialistic mindset and those fixating on materialism will end up in a very disharmonious state. They will love their items over their partners, they'll get too attached to items perceived wealthy, and they will go down the rabbit hole that is materialism. The man or woman that prioritizes finances over everything else in their life will end up in a constant state of agony with no peace of mind and no balance. You may be asking, how do you know that there's no peace of mind and no balance in materialism? And the answer is simple, and it comes from the Stoic definition of peace of mind. The Stoic definition of peace of mind can range from a very wide variety of things, so this is just a portion of that. According to Stoic philosophy, they say that peace of mind is having control over your impulses and having control over yourself, period. Having the discipline to control yourself. Materialism completely defies their definition of peace of mind. Materialistic people don't have that control. Therefore, they don't have that peace of mind. Epictetus also similarly comments on materialism in one of his passages in the Enchiridion. Basically, he says that life is like a dinner table. If food is being passed around to you, then take it. But if it's not, then don't yearn for it. If you have the opportunity to indulge in expensive luxuries, then of course, go ahead and treat yourself. That's not what Stoicism is saying. What Stoicism is saying is that treat yourself, but if you don't have those expensive luxuries to indulge in, then don't yearn for them, because yearning for them will only lead to a path of self-destruction. It leads to self-destruction because you're not focusing on the more important things in your life, such as your family, your friends, or even just developing yourself. So in summary, Stoicism versus Materialism's argument, surprisingly, is saying that materialism isn't really bad unless you make it a priority. If you can indulge in expensive luxuries, then by all means. But if you don't have them, don't think about them constantly. If you go down that route of materialism, make sure that you're fully conscious of doing so, because if you're not fully conscious, you'll just end up in a constant cycle. You're gonna buy something, you're gonna envy something that someone else has, want that item, and it's just a back and forth and back and forth. So make sure that you prioritize yourself, your family, your friends, and growing yourself through philosophy over materialistic items.